Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to your boys channel. It's the Seggxual Hub once again. Today we'll debunk the concept of SMV, popularly known as sexual marketplace value. And it's also important for us to distinguish this concept from personal value, SMV from personal value, because I've listened to quite a number of people that does not really understand the difference between the two. So today we'll deal with this concept and we are ready to explain it in full. Let's cut the crap, guys. It is the market that will determine your SMV. If you are a man or if you are a woman, it is the opposite gender by and large that will determine your SMV. So as we all know, the regular drill, please, if you are a returning subscriber on this channel, please like the content. But if you are a new subscriber, please don't forget to click on that red button below, subscribe to the channel, like and share to your friends and family. All right, thank you. Let's get into it. Auspicious. Yo guys, welcome back. Thank you for sticking around. So today we are going into the full mode of debunking the SMV. So what does it mean? So let's look at these words individually. Let's start with the S, which is the sexual. We can define it in terms of how male or female attracts the opposite gender. That's sexual. Now for marketplace can also be defined as an open sphere, an open market whereby you interact. So that's marketplace. So this could be like a form of construct, it could be a physical or an open market. And value is the quality of importance that is attached to either a product or a person, or value is something that can be attached to anything. So that's a degree of importance that is attached to things. So basically putting all together is like saying how male or female attract the opposite gender and the value they place on the opposite gender. So when we say that the market dictates our value, of course we are referring to our SMV in this case. So it is the opposite gender that will dictate our value, guys. But let's look at this individually. Women, for instance, on the sexual marketplace value. So women, for instance, I mentioned in one of our videos that women are born with their values, but men must create their values. So what does this mean? So if women are actually born with their values, what this means is that they are supposed to preserve their value. I'm afraid not a lot of women are preserving their value today. Things they happen, no. They are not preserving their value. Instead, then they share their value. They are sharing their value. So, as we all know, some women are actually anima shaun. So this translates to they are sharing what they have. So this is what some women do. They are sharing what they have. And this almost goes against their biological imperative, because as a woman, to put it in a simpler manner, a woman is supposed to be as stingy as possible with her sexual prowess. So which means she is supposed to preserve her value for at least a long-term partner, aka husband, say by the time she gets married. So that's why from the moment a female child is born, she's actually born with her value. So as she's getting older, hitting puberty age, as much as feminism today has told women that they should go to school, they should, maybe it's not a bad thing, but also this is the important concept to note here is that why a lot of women are going to school, being in the workforce, and do so many other things, are probably the ones that don't even go to higher institution. So while they are going through all these processes just like men. They are using their prime sexual value time. So this time, this period that they are using to accomplish, to break ground, is exactly the time that they are in their sexual prime. So what this means is that most of them along the line, they end up having recreational sex. And I will tell you for free that recreational sex is something that hurts women on the long run. There is a reason why, because I also mentioned in one of our videos that women sell purity. There is a reason why women either lie about their body count or they will not say it, because they understand that, or if they are talking to a man that they would like to take them seriously and they report a body count that is quote unquote high, outrageous, they understand that their perception, their optics will change to that guy, and they will either underreport their body count or they will not say it at all. So they know. So what is happening is that while a woman is supposed to consolidate on the best guy possible during her sexual prime, a lot of them do not. So let me put it this way: they were busy chasing the bag. Yes, they were busy chasing the accomplishment. This is in the case of a woman. So because for a woman, ideally speaking, now I'm talking idealistically, ideally the men that they actually want don't need their money. So if it's the accomplishment that they think is the most important thing, if you survey 100 women and ask them, would they prefer to be at home raising the kids, enjoying the husband's money? So now I'm painting an idealistic picture. Would they prefer to be at home, marry the man of their dreams, stay at home, take care of themselves and the children, and while they are enjoying the mansion, the cars and everything? 95% to 96%, I'm sure, will choose that over going out to work as much as the man and her, because biologically speaking, this is what women want. Consolidate on the best guy during the sexual market prime and stay with that guy. But due to feminism and all, so they want to chase the bag, they want to chase accomplishments and everything. However, they do all of this, but they have recreational sex along the line, which means while they are trying to get their accomplishments, say for instance a lady that passes through university, from university she enters into the workforce, all of this period she's probably 25, 26 and so on. So here is the thing: a woman's sexual prime is between 18 years to about 23 to 25. Once she's getting to 26, 27, so this is why most women, once they are getting to 25, 26, at the back of their mind they know that they are trying to consolidate on the best guy possible. However, here is the thing: so most of them, while they were 19, 20, they were not thinking, now 19, 20, this is their sexual prime, but they were not thinking of getting the best guy possible. Then they were just thinking of, most of them were thinking of whatever comes. They don't care, because they have at the back of their mind, they have abundance mentality, so they don't care. So they want to, they want to live their lives. This is probably when you will see a lot of them, they want to party, they want to have casual sex, which eventually it hurts them. So because here's the thing: the more casual sex women have, the more it affects their pair bonding ability with their long-term partner, aka husband. I will say it again: the more casual sex women have, the more it affects their pair bonding ability. And well, research has it that if a woman has slept with 5 to 6 men, if she finds it difficult to pair bond with her husband. Let's flip it back to the case of the males, that's men in this case. So as discussed earlier, women, they must preserve their value because they are actually born with their value. But in the case of men are not born with their value, so they must be the one to create their value. And when we say men must create their value, so which means the older a woman is getting, on so our SMV value is actually decreasing. So when a woman is getting older, our SMV value, our sexual marketplace value, is decreasing. But for a man, if a man is getting older, his SMV value is increasing. However, he needs to put in the work, and I will explain that. So by putting in the work, so that there is this common saying that women age like milk, while men age like fine wine. So what does this mean? So if you look at, if milk is newly produced, we know how valuable it is. That's exactly how women are. But the older the milk gets and it is still available for consumption, the more it loses taste. That's exactly how women are. But for men, so when wine is freshly produced, so it is not as valuable as much as when it is getting older. So when time is passing by, the wine will be getting sweeter. So that's why when we say men age like wine, like fine wine, women age like milk. Although even for men to age like wine, they will not just be like that, not putting the work and expect to be valuable. No. So they only age like wine when they put in the work, like they go to the gym to work on their body, to have the archetypal body that females love, that they desire. So they need to work on their money and status. Of course, they need to work on their frame, the masculine frame as a man. So all of these things are they are constructs that they must put in place. So, but then one thing that must be clear is that a lot of times, this, from my experience or from what I've heard people say or people talk about, women by and large, because as we know, women, there are more women in the society than men. So women by and large, they tend to want to conflict male social clock and that of female social clock. Let me break it down further. In my personal opinion, I believe the things that makes men to be attractive, they usually take time. I will say it again. The things that makes men to be attractive usually take time. Unlike women, they are born with their value, but it's not the same thing for men. So look at this, for instance. A man at 35, 40, 45 years, ideally, those men are actually in their sexual market prime. Because by the time you get to 35, or even 33, 35, 40 years, by that time, you have, as a man, you have accumulated a lot of, say, wealth. Even you ideally speaking, you should have worked on your frame, your body frame, your muscle, all of these things. You worked on them, and then you are good as a man. But the status is very important, the money is very important. So all of these things you have built together. Now here is the funny part. So for me, I believe a man that is at 35, he happens to be at his sexual market prime. He is the same thing. He is the same person on the SMV on the sexual marketplace. So a 35-year-old guy that has put in the work is the same as a 20 or a 21-year-old girl on the SMV. Because a 20 or 21-year-old girl is in her sexual prime, while a 35-year-old man also is in his sexual prime. Now this is where a lot of women get it wrong. Okay, so let's say a woman that's 29, she's expecting a man at, let's say 33, 34, or within that age bracket, to settle down with her. But guess what? That man might or will not necessarily settle down with her, especially if the man is red pill aware, if the man is unplugged. If that man is unplugged, if you understand all of this mechanism that we explained in this channel. So because what I'm trying to say is, so at 29 years of age, of course, her own sexual prime, she has declined, or she is in her decline. Yes, even though she's going to the gym, even though she's using makeup to make up to make up her beauty, even though she's trying to look good, yes. But biologically speaking, she has declined compared to a 21-year-old girl. So there is a reason men are attracted to younger women, while women are attracted to older men. Because women believe that older men, they are more accomplished. Yes, and most likely they will be ready. While on the other hand, men believe that younger women will be more fertile, chaste. They will be chaste, they will be more fertile, they will be purer. And let's cut the cap, guys. Younger women, they come with less trauma and less baggage because they have been through less relationships. They have had less casual, or should I say recreational sex. Therefore, this is what men want. And typically when a man gets to this level in life, he does not want a woman that will be giving him headache. So that's why even for the 29-year-old lady or woman, she might be 29 years, she might be accomplished, she might be a career woman, but by and large, that kind of man, because the kind of man is high value, is an high value man. That will be explained in another video. But he's an high value man, he's accomplished, he has what it takes to be a man and to marry a woman. So he has what it takes to settle down with a woman. Therefore, he does not need the riches of that woman. So what he typically needs is a woman that will be his peace, because he has what it takes. So he does not need that. Well, a woman's money is a woman's money, really, and a man's money is their money. So why should you now go for a woman that will give him headache and things like that? So basically, you rather go for a younger woman that's impressionable, that has been through less trauma. So trauma is good for men, but it's bad for women. There is a reason scars usually look attractive on a man, because it shows that this man can protect. He has been through war room, he can protect. But scars on a woman is less attractive. So that's why experience is not attractive in a woman, experience is more attractive in a man. So all of this will be explained in another video, but this is exactly how it is. So when we say it is the market that determines our value, this is exactly what we are saying. So a younger, even a woman that has not accomplished anything, 19-20 years old woman, she can be called to a yacht. She's just a DM away from being invited to a yacht by a billionaire, a multi-millionaire. Yes, even though she has accomplished nothing, but because she's in her sexual prime, a lot of men want to associate with her. Even though this is the age that she is supposed to look for the best guy, to consolidate on the best guy, but rather at that point she's rather having casual sex and recreational sex. But she's not, as a smart woman, what you do is you leave the casino when the chips are high, not when the chips are down. So when the chips are down, so basically when a woman, when they are approaching their 27, 28, 29, then they are moving into their epiphany phase. So at that point they are coming into realization. But once they hit 30 years old, so because this is biology, a 30-year-old African woman is a 30-year-old European, American, or any part of the world. And at 30 years old, as a woman, you've lost, biologically speaking, you've lost 70 to 80% of your eggs. So in countries that are richer, in more advanced countries, especially the English-speaking Western countries like Australia, New Zealand, Canada, America, and UK, most of the women they are financially buoyant enough to freeze their eggs. So what they do basically is when they are getting to some ages like 30, 31, 32, they freeze their eggs. Probably what they are left is like 20% of their eggs. It might be like 2 or 3, they are lucky. They will go and freeze the eggs in case by the time they eventually get married, at least they can still give birth to children. This is exactly what they do. And at the same time, so men that are unplugged, men that understand things, we also not want to marry a woman probably in her late 20s or 30 or early 30s, because he understands that when women get to 35 years old, any pregnancy they are having within that period is called geriatrics pregnancy, which means dangerous pregnancy. So if a woman is getting pregnant at that point, it's dangerous. Anything can happen. Death different things, death of a child, so many things. So it's dangerous. So these are things that men avoid, especially for a man that is accomplished, that has worked all his life to become somebody 35, 40. This happens in Nigeria, a tribe called Igbo. You see them getting married at 35, 40, even more, because they work all their life to build their value up. And when they want to get married, by and large, they go for a much younger woman, so that at least they can still spread their seeds and have as many kids as possible, 4, 5 sometimes. So when a woman is fertile, when a woman is younger, she's more fertile. Fact, she's more fertile. She's most likely pure. She's most likely purer, at least than a 30-year-old version, or than other 30-year-old. Now we are going by probability. We know, yes, sometimes it's not always the case, but probability, guys. So this is exactly how it is in the society. So guys, if you oppose my view, if you support my view, you can please put it down in the comment section below. We've come to the end of this section. All right, thank you for sticking around, and have a wonderful day.